I remember when I first heard the word lesbos. I was around 9, and the two most popular girls in my class, Andrea and Barbara, were taking turns sitting on each other and laughing under the upper field staircase at lunch. Me and my friend, Gloria Iguchi, were leaning our heads under and staring at him. "What are you guys doing?" "We're lesbos." "Oh." After that, me and Gloria said that we were also lesbos, and by third recess, it had spread to all the girls. Any girl who couldn't find someone to be lesbos with was out. "Hey, look, Deb's not a lesbo." "Shut up, I am too." It was our new main thing. When our teacher found out, she sent all the boys to Mr. LeClaire's room and then pulled down the shades. I thought she was going to show us a film strip, but instead, Mrs. Halligan, the school nurse, comes in. "Class, Mrs. Halligan is here to talk to you about a very serious subject." Mrs. Halligan stands there staring at us. You can see her face powder from row 5, and her hair looks like it's made out of hanging bologna. No one liked her that much. I remember when she gave me my vaccination, she called it the love pinch. "I'm here to talk to you about a certain word many of you have been using. Lesbian. Who can tell me what it means?" No one raised their hands. "Class, this word is not a joke. Lesbian is when a girl wants to marry another girl." And I remember thinking, yeah? What's so big about that? I mean, it seemed completely normal to me. Every girl in my 4th grade class wanted to marry her best friend. And then she tells us it's a hateful idea to God. "God can forgive you for using a word when you don't know what it means. But after that, girls, he just forgets about you." Some of the girls started crying, and our teacher thanked Mrs. Halligan for coming and then told us to put our heads down and think of Mrs. Halligan's important message. I was remembering this story because of Vicky Toluso, my best friend from the 8th grade, who my mom said could not sleep over at my house anymore ever since the day she opens the door to my room and catches Vicky showing me the special way Hector Hernandez does his arms when he slow dances with you. How he holds one of your hands behind your back and then breathes air into your ear in a romantic Mexican way. The song "Oh Darling" comes on the radio. "This is it," Vicky says. "This is the exact song he danced with me on." And she puts her arms around me, showing me the way Hector tried to feel her boobs by holding her tighter and tighter. And then she's being Hector, and I'm Vicky, and she's whispering into my ear, "Oh, my darling Vicky. Oh, my darling Vicky." I mean, it was obviously a joke. And then the door swings open. My mom yells my name the way somebody yells right before you're about to get hit by a truck. "What?" "Come downstairs, now." In the kitchen, she whisper shouts at me. "What in the hell was going on up there?" "Nothing. Can you give me one good reason why you and that Toluso were dancing like that?" There was no way I was about to tell her about the Hector Hernandez Mexican boob feel. "Mom, don't you mom me. It's not right. Things could happen." "What things?" "Things." She tells me to get upstairs and tell Vicky it's time to go home. Great. Now your mom thinks we're lesbos. That's not what she thinks. She has a migraine. Oh, sure. Come off it. It's not that I'm trying to stick up for my mom. It's just that I don't want to get known as someone whose mother thinks her friends are lesbians. When I walk Vicky to the door, my mom and her say goodbye so normally that for a second I think I had imagined the whole thing. The door shuts. "Sit down on this couch. I want to talk to you." I sit down. I watch my mother stare at me and smoke about 5 million cigarettes with her arms crossed. Then after about an hour, she tells me I am too old to have friends stay overnight anymore. I don't say anything because with my mom, a lot of times it's just a case of her being in a bad mood. If you fight with her about it, it only helps the new rule to stick in her brain. That night, I have a dream about Hector Hernandez, him asking me if I want to see his coffee pot. And I notice his hair keeps getting longer and longer, and he's wearing a nightgown. And then he turns into Jesus. He's making out with me, Frenching, and I'm getting so excited, even though I know it is wrong to get excited by Jesus. And he keeps pressing down on me until I notice he's really stacked, and he smells like Love's lemon fresh scent. And then I look, and his face is suddenly Vicky. I open my eyes and freak out. I wonder, which am I going to go to hell for most, Jesus or Vicky Toluso? I also have to wonder, what if I'm secretly a lesbian? I mean, dreams don't just come by themselves. Anyone who's ever taken health knows that they are psychological. The next day when I'm changing in gym, I keep noticing my eyes going out of control and landing on girls' bras. Vicky and this other girl, Joan, are right by me, and I'm so scared about my eyes that I can't even look at them. You're sure being a snob today, Vicky says. Dag, I can never get this earring to go through. Can you get it for me? I feel my nervousness. Now why don't you let Joan do it? Thanks, man. I don't get you today. Are you mad at me about that thing with your mom? Joan leans in. Her nickname is The Mouth. What thing with your mom? If she finds out, I will be dead. Okay, Vic, come on, give me the earring. I'll do it. Great. You know, you're the only one who can ever do this ear. I'm leaning next to her. I smell her Love's lemon fresh scent. What's the stupid thing about your mom again? Joan says. Oh, it's so stupid, Vicky says. Her mom thinks that we're... Ow! Ow! Stop! What are you trying to do? Kill me?